I'm here with a couple of Mickey Matthews players here on my left, offensive lineman Josh Wells, and on my right, linebacker Stefan Robertson. Josh, I'm going to begin with you. First of all, you guys are coming off a 7-4 season last year. You guys missed out on the playoffs after making the playoffs prior to last year. What was it like sitting at home, missing the show, and have you guys used that as motivation to get back this season?
Yeah, always. It's always tough to sit at home when other people are playing football. I mean, that's what we came to JMU to make it to the playoffs, and it's always a letdown when we don't. I mean, at 7-4, we're always a motivated bunch of guys, but that definitely motivated us to step up. I mean, our expectations, we want to win rings. I mean, it's all about that, national championship, CAA championship. But I think we had a great offseason and ready to show people what we worked for.
Now you guys will have a new young quarterback this year, and Michael Birdsong. He played very well last year in his limited role before injury. How has he looked this offseason as he gets ready to take the starting job this year?
I think he's looked great. He was there all summer, every lift, every run, and just been working hard. I think when he came in at Richmond, people saw that even though he's young, I mean, he's a competitive guy. I mean, he's going to be fired up. He really wants to win. And I think that can make up for maybe some small mistakes he might make in the season. But, I mean, that's expected, and we're ready to pick him up and ready for him to win games for us.
Now you guys are going to have to replace some guys on the offensive line, and Brian Barlow in particular at tight end, and Earl Watford, who went on into the NFL. Who are some of the guys that will be battling it out at camp for some of those starting roles?
I think Barlow was a big pass catcher for us, made big plays when we needed them. We have some young guys that really competing for the job. I think there's 2 or 3 guys that were competing in the spring, and I think it's going to come down to the first game for the coaches to make a decision on that. As far as offensive line, we have a bunch of guys who have played. We've had a bunch of injuries, one or 2 guys here or there through the past couple seasons, and we've had guys step in and play. I think Scott Jones, A.J. Scott, they're both competing. I know Scott's going to be at left guard where Earl was, and I think A.J. Scott and Eric Buckholtz are competing for the right guard spot to play beside me. So I'm going to see how I gel with them in August and see how that goes.
Now, speaking of Earl Watford, of course, he got selected in the NFL draft this past season, the Arizona Cardinals. First of all, how exciting was it to see Earl get drafted into the NFL?
It was great. We actually had a little party for him. Got a group of guys together at the house, and just to see how happy he was, to see his dreams come true. He was just a happy guy. I mean, he was just all around. To know what he's been through, to where he's come from, was awesome. But he's been doing great. I talk to him every once in a while, and he lets me know how it's going. And he's always a fun guy. He looks at things on the light side of things, and he just always, he'll play hard. He'll be fired up with everything he does. But he says it's been going great, and he's living it up.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much, Josh. Appreciate it. Now over to Stefan. Stefan, you come in this year as you're on the 2013 Buck Buchanan Award watch list. A lot of expectations coming into this season for you. What are your personal goals going into your senior season?
Of course, I'd love to win Player of the Year again defensively in the conference, and everybody's been talking to me today about the Buchanan Award and being on the watch list, and actually, getting the chance to, actually win it this year. And I'm just thankful and blessed. But it's funny you ask me personal goals, because I never really truly think about my personal goals. I just go out and play. But hopefully, and I think my defensive line will have a great season this year. And being that they'll have a great season, I know I'm gonna have a great season.
Now you guys were number 2 in total defense last year in the league, number 1 against the run, and that's kind of been a trend now for you guys the past few years. Why have you guys been so consistent on the defensive end?
I think it's because we have a lot of greedy guys. They're hungry. They come out, every Saturday, even in practices, and we just compete with each other and try, get to the ball pretty quickly. But run-wise, even our safeties, they just like to come, fly up, and hit ball carriers. But it's funny you also say things we've been doing well, but coach always tells us turnovers, and that's one thing we've been focusing on. So hopefully we can get some of those this year.
Now you guys have to replace a few members on the defensive side. Talk about some of the players that will be competing for starting jobs on defense.
The open spot right now, Will, linebacker, right next to me, is competing. Raheem Stallings, freshman coming in. He's going to be redshirt. He's been playing really, really well. He's been having a hell of a spring ball and good summer workouts. But he's going to be competing with Marze Brooks, who's a hell of a kid too. He packs a punch. He's kind of like me. A little bit shorter, a little bit more stockier, but he's just hard-nosed to football. A name you guys should probably know, Taylor Reynolds, high recruit out of high school out of Newark, Delaware. And he's just clean footwork kid, fast, quick feet, good catch-up speed as a corner. So he's starting right now throughout spring, and he's gonna. I expect big things from him, and he'll definitely produce. That's pretty much it. We don't really need to replace that much on defense. It's just guys playing to their abilities, and just exceeding expectations.
Now, speaking of expectations, in Harrisonburg, the expectations are always high, year in and year out. How do you guys deal with that type of pressure, especially, you've been around now for your senior year?
I feel like it's bigger this year because I've never gotten a ring since I've been here. I've only been in playoffs once, and for me, I have to go out with a bang. I just have to. I want a ring, conference championship, and I want to go playoffs, and I want to, go far in playoffs. So for me, I just told the young guys, look, I'm not letting y'all mess up anything. Y'all better, get going. And I think they're definitely buying into it. So, expectations are high, but it's more of a must for me. So, that's just the way it is right now.
All right, well, Stefan, Josh, good luck this season. Expectations high once again for the JMU Dukes as they look to finish in the top half of the league and contend for another conference championship.